phone.
That's Miss Andre, Your Honor. She is on video and on the phone as well. She could not get her computer audio to work, so she's calling in.
Participating that way. Okay. Court will call Dennis Schletter versus Tammy Andre et al. Case number is 19CV30. Announce appearances.
May it please the court, the plaintiffs, Dennis Schlater and Ivy Trucking and A&A Spray Foam appear by and through counsel Carol Park.
And Ms. Andre, can you hear us?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Ms. Andre appears by Zoom and pro se. This is on for a citation in contempt. The court has reviewed the pleadings, asking that I guess Ms. Andre be held in contempt for failing to appear at a aid and execution hearing. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. The hearing was scheduled for November 20th, and Ms. Andre was served personally with notice and failed to appear.
Ms. Andre, couple of things. Do you understand what this proceeding is about?
Yes, I do.
And do you deny the allegations of the plaintiff's affidavit?
I do not deny that I missed the meeting, but I did not deliberately do that.
All right. Well, we're going to start with, I have to find whether you're in contempt or not. And you were ordered to appear at a hearing, and you've admitted that you didn't appear, but you're saying it wasn't intentional. So is it your desire to offer an explanation as to why you did not appear?
Yes.
All right. Before you do that, I'll need to place you under oath, and I'll allow you to do that, but Ms. Park would be able to cross-examine you regarding any statements you make. Do you understand that?
I do.
And you have the right to be represented by an attorney. Do you wish for the opportunity to hire counsel to represent you on this hearing?
No.
All right. Ms. Andre, I'm not acquainted with you. I don't know what the history of this case has been. If there have been other prior, I'll probably have to ask Ms. Park, but one of the potential penalties for contempt of court is incarceration. It's generally the last penalty the court uses, and I never impose it without attorneys being appointed, but I need to warn you about that. There also could be monetary sanctions for failing to appear and other sanctions that could be administered. Do you understand all that?
I do.
All right, very good. Do you wish then to make a sworn statement to the court regarding purging yourself or explaining the contempt?
I do.
All right. To do that, I'm going to need you to raise your right hand to where I can see it on the screen, please. I need to administer 2 oaths. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Do you submit to the jurisdiction of the state of Kansas and of the United States of America for purposes of your testimony today, including but not limited to an action for perjury arising out of your testimony today?
I do.
You can put your hand down. All right, Ms. Andre, I will allow you then to make a statement to the court, and then Ms. Park may ask you some questions. Go ahead.
I knew that I was supposed to be in the meeting. I got to the office at the usual time and discovered there was a major update to the tax program that I use. And normally one of those things doesn't take very long, but that particular morning it turned into a free restart type of an update before I got the computer back to where it was functioning again, that I could actually use it. And by the time I got done with that, it was almost 11 o'clock.
Did you?
That was it.
Okay, go ahead.
I was so frustrated with the updates that I completely lost track of what the time was. And I just, when I got done with it, I just started working.
Okay. Ms. Park, do you have any questions for Ms. Andre?
I do. Ms. Andre, did you make any attempt to contact the law office of Schwartz and Park to let us know that you were going to be late or not going to make the meeting?
No, I did not, because I was not expecting to miss the meeting. I just got involved in the process and I lost track of time.
Did you contact the court after you realized that you had missed it?
I did not contact the court. I called when I realized what I had done. I think it was a day later. It was like, I think I called the number that was listed on the information that I had and asked what I needed to do about this. And what was I told?
That's fine. Did you consult with an attorney or seek any other advice about what you should do in response to missing the court?
No, I did not consult an attorney.
I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Andre, as a result of the questions of Ms. Park, is there anything else you want to represent to the court?
No.
Okay. All right. Ms. Park, do you have any evidence or arguments you want to make regarding the motion?
I don't, Your Honor. I would just stand on my client's affidavit, setting forth the facts. I don't have anything to refute her statements, but I think the facts remain clear that she was ordered to appear and did not.
All right. Ms. Andre, the court's going to, based on the information provided, find that you were in contempt, that you failed to abide by a court order. I understand that situations arise. We have people miss these kinds of hearings more frequently than you might imagine, and for a variety of reasons. A child in the hospital, or they're in the hospital, or it's a Zoom hearing and they attempted to sign in and couldn't get the connection. But generally, those folks then take the initiative to contact the attorney and apologize, and the matter is rescheduled. You said, I called some number, but you don't remember who it was, and asked what you were supposed to do, but I don't know what that means. Did you call a number at the court? Did you call Mr. Schwartz or Park's office? Did you call the sheriff's office? I don't know who you called.
I called the sheriff's office. It was after hours, after court hours. So I called the sheriff's office.
Okay. Well, this all the sheriff does in these kinds of situations, and that I don't mean that as what their role is they serve you with the paperwork. This is a court order, and it involves an attorney, and so you call the sheriff's office after hours. And Ms. Andre, you're in the tax business. You were in a business where deadlines, requirements, etc., are important. This is important. And as a result of you not appearing and not even extending the courtesy of contacting the lawyers that cited you in contempt, or even the court to say, what should I do? You didn't do anything except call a sheriff's office after hours. That, I don't find that to be sufficient to purge yourself of the contempt. So now we have to talk about where we go from here. Ms. Park, what is it that the office is requesting at this point?
Your Honor, our client has $355 in the attorney fees and expenses for noticing this up and having this contempt hearing today. And I would just ask that if the court sees fit to order that, the court also require Ms. Andre to submit to an aid and execution hearing today under oath, so I can gather information from her. I think that was the purpose of the hearing that she failed to show up for the last time. And so I'd just like the opportunity to complete those questions as well.
Good. Ms. Andre, do you want to be heard? They're asking for a $355 penalty and that you finish a aid and execution hearing right now. In fact, it'll be part of this Zoom. We'll take it off YouTube. We are on YouTube right now because this is a public hearing, but we'll take it off YouTube and allow you to participate in the aid and execution. So that's their request. Would you like to address that?
I don't know how that needs to be addressed.
Well, I told you that there were sanctions. We're not going to use, they're not
Yes.
asking for incarceration, but there could be financial consequences. You have been found in contempt of court for failing to appear, and I found that your remedial actions afterwards were insufficient to purge yourself of contempt. So a sanction of some sort needs to be ordered. So,
I understand that.
okay. So that's what they're asking for.
I understand that.
Okay. And so they want they said we have $355 in attorney's fees in preparing and appearing for the hearing today and those kinds of things.
Yes, I heard that.
This firm does collection work, as do many of the law firms in town. Had you contacted them immediately after and said, I'm so sorry, I had a problem with my computer, is there any way we can make it up? Most likely they would have said, look, we'll just reschedule it, we'll have you come in, but you didn't do anything. And so they then had to file a formal motion with the court to get you to appear to present this case. You know, again, and that, as you know, because you've probably used lawyers in the past, when a lawyer's time is money, and they had to invest time in this to get us here today. So that's what they're asking for, is to have that time compensated, because they have to bill somebody for it. It's either going to be you or it's going to be the plaintiff, and the plaintiff didn't do anything wrong.
I understand that.
Okay. Well, do you have time right now to submit to an aid and execution hearing?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to order as a sanction then that you complete an aid and execution hearing, and I will grant judgment to the plaintiffs for $355 in attorney's fees for having to bring this formal action today. Ms. Park will prepare a journal entry to that effect, and the court will not require Ms. Andre to approve it, just simply submit it for signature. Sandy's my administrative assistant, Ms. Andre. I'm going to have her take this off of YouTube, and then you